Hello students, welcome to P.N. Mercy High School E-Classes, Standard 11 Science, Subject Physics. Today we are going to start Chapter 2, that is Units and Measurements. Now in a day-to-day life, we see that when we go to a tailor, he measures the length of our shoulders or the size of our sleeves. When we go to a doctor, he measures our temperature with the help of a thermometer. When we go to any grocery shop or for purchasing fruits and vegetables, the retailer measures the mass of the fruits and the vegetables with the help of a balance. When we go to any shop for purchasing the milk, he measures the volume of the milk. So we can say the tools which are used for measurement are thermometer, balance, clock for measuring time, and measuring cylinder. So how we can define measurement? So measurement consists of a numerical quantity or a numeric quantity along with a relevant unit. So we can say measurement is a process. Basically, it is a comparison process. To measure a physical quantity, we have to find out how many times a standard amount of that physical quantity is present. So we can say measurement is equal to numerical value into unit. Let us take an example. Length of a rod is equal to 8 meters. That means 8 is a numerical value and meter is the unit. So now how we can define a physical quantity or physical quantities? A physical quantity is a quantity that can be measured and expressed in numbers and units. That means the previous example which we had seen, in that the length is a physical quantity, meter is the unit, and 8 is its numerical value. Speed, force, energy, weight are the examples of the various physical quantities which we use in our day-to-day life. Physical quantities can be classified as first the base quantities. Base quantities are those quantities which do not require any other physical quantity for its expression. That means they are unique in itself. For example, distance and time. They do not require the help of other quantities for its description. Secondly, the other quantities are derived quantities, which are derived from the base quantities. For example, area. We need length into breadth. That is, two quantities are needed for its description. Second, speed. It requires distance upon time. So we can define derived quantities as those quantities which are derived from other quantities. Now, the units of the base quantities are called base units or fundamental units, and the units of the derived quantities are called as derived units. Let us define what is a unit. The standard used for the measurement of any physical quantity is called a unit. For length, meter and foot or inch we use as a unit. Kilogram and pound we use for mass. Second, minute and hour we use for time. Fahrenheit and Kelvin we use for temperature. So unit is a standard which we use for the measurement. Now what are the characteristics of a unit, or we can say how a unit should be? It should be well defined. That means its definition should be easy to understand. It should be of suitable size. It should not be very large. It should be reproducible. That means we can convert one form to the other. It should be invariable. That means it should not change with any condition that is with situation or climate. It should not be destructible, that is it should be indestructible, and it should be acceptable internationally, that means it should be same everywhere on the earth. Now, what are fundamental units? The units of fundamental physical quantities which, for example, mass, length and time, which do not require any other units for its description, are called fundamental units. For example, mass, the unit is kilogram, length, the unit is meter, and for time it is second. That means we do not need other fundamental units for its description. What are derived units? The units of all physical quantities which can be obtained from fundamental units are called derived units. For example, meter per second is the unit of velocity, kg per meter cube is the unit of density. Earlier, three different systems of units were used: CGS, FPS and MKS. In CGS system of units, length was taken in centimeter, mass in grams and time in seconds. In FPS system, length is taken in foot, mass in pound and time in second. And in MKS system, the length is taken in meter, mass in kilogram and time is taken in seconds. In 1971, SI system of units came into existence. This SI system of units is an internationally accepted system and it is nowadays used everywhere in the world. This SI system of units is closely related to CGS and MKS system of units. It is a more user-friendly system and it is also called as a metric system. This system of units has accepted 7 quantities as the fundamental quantities and their units as the fundamental units. These 7 quantities are length, mass, time, electric current, thermodynamic temperature, amount of substance and luminous intensity. For length, the symbol which is used is m and its unit is meter. Meter is the length of the path travelled by light in vacuum during a time interval of 1 by 29 crores 97 lakhs 92,458 of a second. For mass, the symbol is kg and its unit is kilogram. The kilogram is equal to the mass of the international prototype of a platinum iridium alloy kept at International Bureau of Weights and Measurements in Paris. The third one is time. The symbol is S and unit is second. The second is the duration of the periods of radiation corresponding to the transition between the two hyperfine levels of the ground state of cesium-133 atom. The fourth is electric current. Its unit is ampere and symbol is A. The ampere is that current which is maintained if two straight parallel conductors of infinite length of negligible circular cross-sectional area are placed 1 meter apart in vacuum and produces a force equal to 2 into 10 raised to minus 7 Newton per meter of length. The next is thermodynamic temperature. Its symbol is K and its unit is Kelvin. Now Kelvin is defined as the fraction of 1 upon 273.16 of the thermodynamic temperature of the triple point of water. Now what is the meaning of triple point of water? The condition where 3 states of water, solid, liquid and gas coexist. The sixth quantity is luminous intensity. Its symbol is CD and its unit is candela. Candela is the luminous intensity in a given direction of source that emits monochromatic radiation of frequency 540 into 10 raised to 12 Hz and that has a radiant intensity in that direction of 1 upon 683 watt per steradian. The seventh quantity is amount of substance. Its symbol is MOL and its unit is mole. The mole is defined as the amount of substance of a system which contains as many elementary entities as there are atoms in 0.012 kg of carbon. Now, apart from these 7 quantities, 2 supplementary quantities are also included, that is plane angle and solid angle. For plane angle, the unit is radian and its symbol is RAD. For solid angle, the symbol is SR and unit is steradian. 1 radian is an angle subtended at the center of a circle by an arc of length equal to the radius of the circle. So the d theta is equal to ds upon r and its unit is radian. Now this solid angle, if we see, we can define as, or its unit steradian is defined as the solid angle subtended at the center of a sphere by its surface whose area is equal to the square of the radius of the sphere. Solid angle is given by dA upon r square. These definitions are just for information. Don't learn them for your exam. So today we have studied physical quantities and physical units. In the next session, we are going to study the parallax method of measuring distances. Thank you.